We are the 13, the first, the forgotten. Each of us serving a vital function to the survival of the universe. Each of us designated a prime and given a function to serve during the long march of infinity. Vector Prime. Vector Prime in the beginning. Hello! Welcome to ALW Collectibles. Today we're taking a look at one of the 13 primes. From Age of the Primes, this being Alchemist Prime, Deluxe Class 2025. And I gotta say, I was relatively surprised by this figure. It looks really cool. I was a little caught off guard when I saw it in the package and I saw the overall look and the dimensions. But after handling it for a little bit and transforming it and messing around with him, I really like him. I think he looks really cool. He's a nice addition to the set. And what you see is what you get with it. You get two lenses and Alchemist himself. And these lenses are unique in and of themselves. As I drop things already. See? You can tell this is my video. These are done in translucent blue, and there is the actual Alchemist symbol right there on that piece. Whoop, flip it over. That looks so cool. And these can actually combine together. They have a 5mm peg here and here on the end on both sides. And they have a connection port right in the middle. That looks really cool. And they do attach to him in his vehicle form. But before we do that, let's take a look at this guy. He's a nondescript armored car. And his function in the 13th is pretty self-explanatory. He's the mad scientist. But we'll get into that when we do the bio. I like this. I like the green color. I think that looks really nice on him. You have black, some gold, some silver, and translucent blue for the windshield. I think that looks really sharp, to be honest. There is a transformation thing we will talk about when we get there. If you do one part per the instructions, you will end up with stress marks on it. I love these tires. That's really cool. They even enforce the tires. Underneath looks pretty good. Nice concealment of everything. My windshield didn't pop in all the way on the one side, so there's my glitch. But that looks really cool. And it rolls fairly nicely. And as I said, these can attach. Separate as a weapon. You got a peg right here. And the way the instructions do it, they say to do it is like this. Just like that. That looks pretty cool. So let's take a look at him in robot form. And he comes packaged in robot form, but of course I like to go from vehicle to robot. First thing we're going to do is the windshield. We're going to pull that up. Of course. Of course. Now it's going to do it. Whoa. Alright, now. There it goes. Alright. A little bit of. Mine's a little tough. Like so. Well, actually. Like so. So that's what it is. It's on a hinge. You're just going to get that out of the way for a minute. And you see there's a peg right there when you do that. Next we're going to come to the back. That was tough. Wow, that actually hurt my finger. I've only transformed him like 4 times. Wow. That did not want to come apart. The back cap opens. Like so. And bring these parts up. And we're going to swing them out on this hinge, and they are clipped in back here, so you got to be careful when you do it. Unpeg and pop them out. I mean, another way of doing it I found was to do this. Bend the legs down. It makes it so much easier because then it unclips those and bring them forward. And there's a peg here and a peg here. No, it doesn't want to clip. Oh, I forgot to do something. Oops. So you're going to take this green piece and clip it inward. I'm so sorry. Fold in. And clip those like so. Bring this up. You know, flip down the feet. Close these. Flip up the feet. Separate and just close the panels. You're going to rotate the upper body. Rotate his arm. And the thing I'm talking about is when you transform him from robot to vehicle, the instructions say to push these in all the way. Because of the way the peg is designed in there, you're not going to be able to do that without causing stress marks on the pieces here and here. If you gently push them in like so they're still a little bit exposed, it transforms fine and there's no issue. Rotate, down and out. And to find his head, open his chest. There's a tab right here. And flip up his head. And there is the mad scientist himself, Alchemist Prime. And the thing that caught me with this guy was that head sculpt. It really caught me off guard. I think it looks really cool, though. First time I saw that and I finally really looked at it, I just doing what I'm doing now, laughing. Every time I transform him, I laugh because it looks cool, but it kind of looks silly at the same time. All right, I gotta compose myself here. We got blue eyes with black marks around the eyes, tracing them. We got silver for the face, and he has a very cool mustache and goatee look, which I think just really sets him apart from the 13. And I love the way this is designed, how the wheels stay on the side. I think that just adds a new level of look to these figures. He is an extensive retool of... Oh, I wrote that down. There we go. Oh, sorry. Wrong figure. My bad. He is not a retool. I am truly sorry. Disregard that, please. I have notes for 3 figures here, and I looked at the wrong one. This design pulls heavily from 3 sources. Cyberverse, Marvel, and the Covenant of the Primes. And with the distinctive facial look, really sets him apart. And I like the combination of the 3. The 2 5mm pegs right here. And I like that there's not a lot of gapping in here, and there's not a lot of hollowness that you see. I think that looks really cool. I think that looks sharp. Articulation with this guy, I mean, just that head sculpt alone, though. Come on. You can't. Head will go side to side. If you tilt it back, you can get a little bit more front and back. Almost can't really do a full exorcist, though. Arms all the way around, up and down. Bicep, elbow, and for transformation, in and out. And, of course, he can go all the way around. Pretty average big boot. Back boot, very impressive. He's got a really good hip. Thigh rotation. Ooh, as that opens up and he starts to retransform. Wow, okay, let's try that again. Thigh rotation. Very deep knee bend. And he's got really good ankle tilt. So, really posable. Little bio on this guy. So he is taken from the Transformers lore, and he is the owner of McAdam's old oil house with a mysterious past. And the past being he is 6th in line of the 13th Prime, and his name speaks volumes to his role within the 13s, the mad scientist of the group, controlling all elements. So that is really cool. A lot of comics really refer to McAdam's oil house, and now we see who runs it. Like Alpha Trion, he hid through Cybertron Society, and just stayed, even though the rest of his brethren and sisters had left. So it was really cool. And these can be held in different ways with this figure. I'm going to show you some of the unique ways. You can plug him into his arms because he's got two 5mm pegs, ports on the sides. You can do that. You can plug him in like he's wielding them like knives and swords. Or there's a unique way you can do it with this weapon, which I like, and I actually have them displayed like this too. You gotta turn his arms inward. And I just popped his wrist right out. Believe it or not, that is not the first time I've done that to him. Putting it back in is always a pain in the butt, though. There we go. Gotta turn that bicep all the way around, though. That. So you have a lot of options when it comes to this figure. Another way you can do with this, I learned, it's kind of a tricky pain. Oh. You gotta position this whole thing to get it in there. You can actually store it on the back, but it doesn't really stay. Kind of looks awkward. But yeah, of the 13s, very basic transformation, but I like the way this one looks overall. I think he looks really sharp. I'm just going to do this for the video purposes here. Posability, like I said, incredible. You can actually do a lot with this guy. And that's what I think it looks really cool. So you can have fun with him when you pose him. Let me know what you think of him in the comments down below, and which one of the primes you're really looking forward to. I have a couple more still coming down the pike I need to do. More videos have been posted recently. I haven't had previews up for them, so take a look at those. And more on the way. This has been ALW Collectibles. If you like what you see, hit the like button. Subscribe if you wish. Comments are always welcome. I want to say thank you to all the channel members and subscribers. I appreciate it. You all have a good day.